still reasonable to expect men to be primary providers, or should financial responsibility be split 50-50 between partners? I'll take that one more time. Given the current economic climate, is it still reasonable to expect men to be the primary providers, or should financial responsibility be split 50-50 between partners? Team Steez are going for the motion, and Team Dab are going against the motion. Same rule applies, 10 minutes each, 5 minutes for rebuttal. Are we ready? All right, so starting off with Team Steez. Your 10 minutes starts now.
Good afternoon, Big Mama, distinguished panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, fellow housemates, viewers and listeners. The topic for today's debate is, given the current economic climate, is it still reasonable to expect men to be the primary providers, or should financial responsibilities be split between partners? And I, Nadia Queen, on behalf of Team Steez, will be the principal speaker to argue vehemently for the motion. We will therefore proceed to some valid points to support our argument. Some of these points are: men are seen to be better at juggling certain positions. The man is the head of the family, and men naturally enjoy the prestige that comes with being providers. Okay, so I would want you all to really listen carefully to this. First of all, I would want you all to note that the key word that is being used here today is primary providers. So we are not saying that men should be the only providers. We are saying they should be the primary providers of the family. This means that men should be the main providers of the family. I'm going to move on. Naturally, spiritually and morally, the man is the head of the family. In Genesis chapter 1 verse 18, it is seen that man was created and woman was created right after when God saw that everything was done and perfect. So this shows that God created woman to be of assistance to the man. After everything was done and perfect, God then created woman. God made man the custodian of the earth and everything in it. And he told man very carefully that he should work hard and till the earth and everything in it. He also told man that in order to cater for his family, he should till the earth. Yes, he must suffer and then till the earth to cater for his family. This biblical story teaches that man was created to be the leader and the primary provider of the family. Morally, it is also established that during marriage ceremonies in the African traditional home, the man asks for the woman's hand in marriage. This means that the man has already accepted the leadership position or the leadership role given to him. All of this comes with being in charge, and the men have already accepted it. Again, naturally, a woman goes through a lot of hormonal changes like pregnancy, postpartum depression, menstrual cycle changes, which affects the ability to lead properly as compared to the man, hence making the woman a support system to the man. All of this is to say that men should be the primary providers and not the sole providers, whilst women are supporting. So I'll hand over to my teammate too.
Thank you, Nadia. I'll go ahead to proceed to our next point. We are currently in a patriarchal system, and this is a system that thinks women should be performing domestic activities. Of late, we are being asked what women bring to the table. And I think women bring the table. I think women are the table. Women go through a lot by going through pregnancy, nurturing the children, taking care of their home. We go through postpartum depression. And I would like to tell you a story. I had an auntie who went to labor twice, giving birth to twins. And due to that, she had to go through, she lost herself, lost her teeth, and even lost her legs. The least we expect from these men is financial security. Therefore, I strongly believe that men are the primary providers of the family. If we are to be housewives, then tell me why we have to wear the pants of these men and share responsibilities. I'll hand over my mic to Mike.
Okay, so we have to finish in 5 minutes.
Distinguished judges, to add to what my teammates have already said, we believe that men naturally enjoy the prestige accorded to them as providers or head of the family. Hence, they don't mind taking up menial, they do not mind going the extra mile and breaking their backs to provide for the family because, oh my God.
Go on.
Because of the pride that comes with it. They could go as far as taking up menial jobs such as helping out on construction sites as laborers, plumbing, amongst others, just to make the family comfortable. They tend to do all of these because they feel they are naturally born providers. For example, we don't expect a woman after having 4 kids, waking up every morning, taking the kids to school, cooking breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and still providing equal amount of financial support as the man. Where then do we call the man the head of the family? To me, it looks like we are wearing equal pants. If not, I'm even taking up more responsibility than the man. So I would not call you the head of the family, and I would not be submissive to you. But if I, the woman, just take up my responsibility and support you as and when needed, I would submit to you and be a feminine woman to the man. Thus, I firmly believe that irrespective of the current financial climate, men should be the primary providers of the family. Thank you.
All right, less than 4 minutes to wrap up.
Thank you, Rena. That was a good presentation. So, men are dominant in nature. We all can tell that everywhere a man is, they always want to rule, they always want to dominate. So they are better at handling certain positions in the home as compared to women.
Can we swap your mic? Can we swap it so we can hear you? Yeah, perfect.
So they are better at handling certain positions in the home as compared to women. With better raising the kids, men are seen to be iron-handed when handling matters of the home. For example, curfews and academics. Most of the times, our dads are very straight on us, and also they always want to see their kids at the top. So they are best in ruling the family when it comes to disciplining a child. And we are not saying women are not doing their best in handling the children, but I feel like because the man has the power, he's able to tame or he's able to raise the child properly. This is not to downgrade women since we are women ourselves, but women, for example, deal with certain positions with their emotion, especially when going through hormonal changes. So with so much on our plate, like taking care of the kid, we have a lot on our plate already. So we believe that as a man, you should be a provider, and we would support you in a little way that we can. So I'll hand over to my next team member.
Thank you. We have less than 2 minutes to wrap up.
So statistically, about 70% of men are in high-paying jobs. Given the current economy, men are seen to be better at juggling certain positions like surgeons, judges, and so on.
Please allow.
Considering the percentage of men occupying these positions, it is better they still assume the primary provider role with women supporting. Although measures are still being put in place to ensure equity, we haven't yet gotten to the point as a country for women and men to do 50-50 yet. An example is the current government. Men has literally dominated that field. This is to say that the current government sitting, the men are seen to be over 200 against the women. Given all that my teammates have said, the man is the head of the family. After everything women go through with childbirth and taking care of the home, we believe it's fair for the men to be the primary provider of the family. We firmly believe we have given enough reason to prove that it is still reasonable given the current economic climate to expect men to be the primary providers, and strongly disagree with 50-50 notion. We do not express that men should be the sole providers. Rather, we argue that men should be the primary providers while women support as to if and when needed.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Your time is up. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, so we're moving to Team DAP. Team DAP.
Team Steves. Okay. You know you deviated, right? Let me read it back. Let me read it for you.
Okay, so before you go on, once again, Team Steves is for the motion and Team DAP is against.
Thank you.
Copy. Given the current economic climate, is it still reasonable to expect man to be the primary providers?
Can we reduce that? Yes.
Or should financial responsibility should be split 50-50 between person? And you are for the motion. Oh, leave them.
Let's go, my love.
Good evening, Big Mama. My current judges, my teammates, my opponents, my lovely, beautiful viewers. I am Coco, and I have my beautiful teammates, Bryna, Bridgetta, Mo, and then Miriam. So I'm going to take you back to the Genesis. And you made a mistake. It's not Genesis chapter 1 verse 17. It's Genesis chapter 1 verse 28. It says, this is where God...
Please go on, your 10 minutes.
When God created everything and left Adam in charge, and when Adam was done naming everything, God saw he was lonely and he needed a companion. He needed a help, and he gave him Eve to help him not to split the world into 50-50. Do you understand? So, after fast forwarding, when God cursed them, God told them, Adam and Eve, that he would sow the ground. He would have to till the ground and work with his bare hands. And we, Eves, would have to sit demure and give birth, but in pain. We took it lightly. So, and you can take that verse from Genesis chapter 3, verse 14 to 19. And with this point, I'm just going to give you a memory verse. So with this point, I'm going to leave the rest of my 4 major points to my 4 teammates to handle you guys, because I think you guys are deviating too much. So really help me.
Thank you very much, Coco, for the powerful point.
There's really nothing to be said, actually.
I would like to lay emphasis on the next point, which is the role of a woman in the relationship. Our opponents may say that 50-50 is supposed to be done because it reduces the workload of a man. But I would like to say that it has been subjected that 50-50. What do you think? I stand by to think that it has already been subjected that 50-50 due to the role as a wife in a relationship. And as the wife, some women put their dreams on hold for their family to be housewives. They cook, they clean, they supervise. In fact, they literally manage their homes perfectly, and that equals to 50-50. Further embedding them with financial assistance of 50-50, aside caring for the home and kids, is sickening. And that's really unfair. I say this because let's tackle the single fathers. They always need assistance to take care of their homes. Cooking, cleaning, and other house chores are being paid for. So if your woman or your girlfriend is doing all these responsibilities for free, isn't that 50-50?
Women are nurturing, or they are naturally born multipliers, and because of that quality, we are able to manage their homes even with the little we get. So I feel like I'll leave it to Mimi to continue.
Thank you, my able mate, Bryna. As the status quo has already been initiated by Coco, men are already natural providers and automatically become breadwinners of the family. With that being said, when 50-50 is established, it hinders the responsibility of a man. I explain further to say that a man might intentionally ignore his responsibility due to complacency. Not to sound misegoistic, men are born to lead. Therefore, if a man is irresponsible enough to teach his male child how to provide, how do they learn to cater for their homes? These actions breed stingy men who are needed less around women. So as a man, you're supposed to take in charge of your house. I mean, if you're not able to do that, how do you train your male child to grow up and become responsible? Thank you. And I'll hand over to my fellow teammates.
Okay, so we have less than 5 minutes.
Hi, everyone. With all these points considered, I would say women can provide a crucial time, understandably, but arguable. When complacency sets in, it lays emotional and psychological stress on the women, which could lead to broken homes. Wives to gain potential of being disrespectful. This stress may lead to women being there for their men emotionally. In other words, they are emotionally checked out. Physically, it affects women's sexual drives and desires because the men tend to be a nuisance. This can cause toxicity in the relationship or marriage, which may also lead to infidelity on both sides. Now just imagine a man asking you out on a date, you looking pretty, and you go out on a date with your man. And now you guys are done eating, right? And then the bill comes in, and your man asks you to split the bill 50-50. How would you feel about that? How? Just think about it. How would you feel about it? I know you're ladies, you wouldn't want to split the bill 50-50.
Thank you, Mo, and my able team members. That was a beautiful presentation. Now to conclude, my team has shown that biblically, a man has been ordained to be a provider. And also, the role of a woman in a relationship is also subjected to 50%. Based off of their responsibility as a wife to serve and cater for their homes. Taking into consideration the status quo, the men are automatically made breadwinners. So 50-50 perceptions hinders their responsibilities as men. Emotionally and psychologically, women are drained and toxicity may crowd a relationship that could lead to infidelity on both sides, as Mo said. Therefore, men should assume their 100% responsibility. With that being said, we firmly believe that we are against the motion that the current economic climate and financial responsibility should be split 50-50 between partners. Thank you, Big Mama, and fellow housemates for listening to our argument. Thank you.
All right, so we've heard from Team Dab and Team Steez, and we have just a few minutes. Do we have any rebuttal? Okay, so apparently we were robbed of 10 seconds to wrap up.
Okay.
So we're going to give you that 10 seconds to just finish up.
Big Mama, Accurate Timekeeper, honorable judges, fellow housemates, thank you for listening to our argument. I am Prescari.
All right, okay, so do we have any rebuttal? You want to go against? Okay. So we have just 3 minutes for that. 3 minutes.
First of all, you people said a whole lot of nothing. You said a lot, but we didn't know what you were saying. Secondly, some of you said you agree with the motion. Some said you are against the motion. I don't know. I just want to ask one question. Are you for or against the motion?
We should ask you that. Because you were literally talking for against instead of for. You were not paying
I think
attention.
we'll leave that to the judges to decide.
So why are you asking that?
The question was, given
Steve,
the
you have
current...
to make your point.
Yes.
No questions.
No question.
Okay.
So, we didn't agree to 50-50. One of you said in your argument that we agree to 50-50. We did not agree to 50-50. We said that we believe that men should be the primary providers of the family, but women can support as and when necessary. That's what we said. And secondly,
Okay.
Someone also mentioned going on a date and the man asking you to pay 50-50. No.
Babes is an example.
Hold on, please. No.
We're talking about family. In the family.
Please
Relax.
hold. Please.
Relax. You said, imagine a man asking you out on a date and then you come looking good and all of that and he asks you to go 50-50. It's cool. Whatever works for your relationship. But we're talking about family. Sealed and signed in the court of law. A man is supposed to be...
Please hold. No questions.
Your argument didn't state husband.
You said somebody.
No questions.
The man is the primary provider of the family. That is the whole point of our argument. So if you agree to that, as some of you also said, then what is the point of the argument?
Okay.
We are literally saying the same thing. Thank you very much.
Anything else? Team Steez?
I think we're done.
You're done? Okay, perfect. Team Dab, 3 minutes for rebuttal.
We really don't have anything to rebut because I feel like they've already deviated, so we'll leave it in the hands of the judges
to decide.
And you said we deviated. She said we are against the motion. Should, not shouldn't. Baby, it's English. What are you here? It's English.
right.
English
Are
shouldn't be 50-50 between partners. Shouldn't
Someone
be.
says against, why should the person is
It should
shouldn't?
be.
Bro,
It
English.
shouldn't be. So we are
Grammar.
All right.
It's part of the whole thing.
Team Dab, done with your
Go
point.
and do your findings.
Do your findings.
Do your findings.
Make sure you understand the question.
Are we done?
Coming from and please, the memory verse again is Genesis chapter 1, verse 28. Not verse. Yes, get it accurate, baby.
We cannot be fighting, okay? Because if we fight,
We will win. We have won.
Okay. Are we good? All right. One house. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to throw it over to the judges. We believe they know best.
Okay, so it seems some people are confused about what they are presenting. So I'd like to reiterate the motion. Your motion is, given the current economic climate, is it still reasonable to expect men to be the primary providers, or should financial responsibility be split 50-50 between partners? And so if you are for the motion, that it means yes, it is still reasonable to expect men to be the primary providers. If you are against the motion, it means no, it is not reasonable for men to still be the primary providers in this day and age. So given what you're supposed to present, Team Steez did their part.
Okay, do your findings. Understanding the question is part of the debate. Do your findings.
Ladies, please, let the judges speak. One house, please, let the judges land.
Yeah, and Team Dab, I think you deviated.
Do your findings.
Silence, everyone, please. Please hold.
Empty barrels
Please hold
make the
on.
what?
The most noise.
Period.
Please let me know when you're done. Let me know when you want to keep quiet.
Yeah, so
Okay.
Team Steez, Nadia gave a very good introduction, and she was confident. She gave good points as well. Aram, come with a little bit more confidence for me next time. Irene, you gave a good delivery as well. Susan's delivery was a little bit all over the place, but you did good as well. Priskari, you were like there was a lot of reading going on. So next time, please, be ready. Already know what you are saying so that you don't have to do a lot of reading. Team Dab, Coco. Nadia made her point. She gave a Bible verse. But you were supposed to make your point and defend your point. But you were instead rebuting what she was saying. And there wasn't time for rebuttals. Brianna, please next time come come on a little strong enough for me as well. Please, the next lady.
Who spoke after Brianna?
Miriam, first of all, Coco said she, after her delivery, said she is for, the motion. And then it came to her, then she deviated. So I was confused. I'm like, hey, what are they saying? And then the scenario was a bit, I won't say much. And Brigitte, you also said you were against the motion. Coco said she was for the motion. You said you were against the motion. So they were all confusing themselves. But
okay.
Yeah. And I heard you clearly. So yeah, I'll pass it on to
all right.
my co-judge.
Mo, sorry, the point you made was what again? They're going out on a date and splitting 50-50. Make the
Please,
point again.
into your mic.
Make the point again. It sounded like you were sort of saying exactly what they are saying.
No, I was like, when your partner asks you to go on a date, and then you go out on a date with your partner, and then you guys get done eating and all of that, right? And the bill comes in, and then your partner asks you to pay, to split the bill 50-50. How would you feel about it? It was a question and an example.
An example to state what point exactly?
Because to defend our point.
Because what I'm getting from your example is that you expect the man to take the entire bill, not to split it.
No. Oh, yes. I mean,
Confusion.
yes.
We didn't confuse you. Obsession.
Yes.
Which is supposed to be their point. To support their point.
How is it supposed to be their point? How is it supposed to be their point?
No, because you are supposed.
I'm against it. We ladies are not going to pay. So now they are for the motion.
Can I?
But
Borrow some of our steeds.
All right. Can we please hold? Okay. So, just for some clarity, okay? If you have a motion that has an or in it, and you are for the motion, that means you agree to the first part.
Yeah.
If you're against the motion, that means you're agreeing to the second part of it. So, the question says, given the current economic climate, is it still reasonable to expect men to be primary providers? Yes or no? If you are yes, that means you agree that men should be the primary providers. Do we agree? If you're against it, that means you agree with the or, which should be that it should be split 50-50. So your point was that it should be split 50-50. That was what you were supposed to defend as being against the motion. Being for the motion said it should be primary, and yours said being against that. Do you understand? So your points were supposed to defend the fact that it should be 50-50, and also defend why it should be 50-50. So do you understand why they say that you were giving points on that, especially with your example? Because you're not happy with 50-50, but you should be supporting 50-50. Do we understand? Do we get that? Yeah. Okay, perfect. So, Komla?
Yes, so apart from that, I quite frankly did not hear any points from this side. I was struggling with Kiki. I was asking Kiki, what are they saying? What is the point? Because I was looking to write something down. Honestly, I haven't been able to write anything. Unlike on this side where I clearly got them saying spiritual head, moral duty, and Prescari, the last person, said something about a patriarchal system. Like, she said something that you can stand on to make an argument. On the other side, quite frankly, I did not hear anything. And when you had the opportunity for the rebuttal as well, looks like you people didn't have anything to rebut. I thought that you'd have, now, if you didn't have points of your own, take their points and then critique it. But I don't know what happened, to be honest with you. I don't know.
All right. Well, there you have it. We've heard from the second team with ladies, Team Steez against Team Dab. They've all made the points. We've heard from the judges. And of course, we're going for another break. When we come back, we get to find